Hello and welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I am Gerry, as always, and I have Edward here with me. And as a special treat, we also have David from the Toffee Blues website. Thanks a lot for being here, guys. So we're going to run down this Europa League matchup coming up between Everton and Lyon. But first, I'm going to change my shirt really quick. Ready, set, go. So yeah, Thursday, Lyon comes to Goodison, and if you don't know what's going on with Lyon these days, this is what. Current form, they currently sit in 6th in the French First Division. They're 4-4-1. They beat Strasbourg, Rennes, I'm going to butcher these, Koeman, and Monaco.
You did well there.
I'm trying. They drew with Bordeaux, was it Nantes?
FC
Dijon?
Nantes.
Nantes?
I think it is something like that.
Dijon and Angers, maybe. And they lost to PSG, which is a total shocker. In Europa League, they drew with Apollon and Atalanta, so they're doing a little better than us.
Are they? Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I
just
they've
remember
got,
we lost, didn't we?
They've got one more point than us.
Yeah.
So a win we'd hop them, which would be awesome. And their danger men,
Fekir.
Nabil Fekir. Yeah, he's good. 7 goals and 4 assists.
Good on FIFA as well.
I knew you'd know that.
One of the highest rated players for Lyon.
Yeah, so he's not just scoring, he's getting assists too. He's just, we gotta look out for him.
Yeah.
And Depay has 2 goals, 3 assists. Mariano has 7 goals. And Bertrand Traore, if for nothing else, we know who he is.
Yeah. Who's he?
Wait a minute, I can't tell your sarcasm there, right? Okay, good. Yes. Just checking. All right, so let's give our predicted lineups. David, you're the guest. What on earth is Koeman gonna do on Thursday?
Oh, the age-old question. I don't think Koeman knows what he's going to do, so it's going to be impossible for us to predict it. But I think he'll go with putting a cut goalkeeper in again. So I expect to see maybe Stettlenberg in goal. I think he can't afford to take any chances, so I imagine we'll see Jagielka, Keane at the back, Baines left back, Holgate again. I think I genuinely believe he's going to repeat the same team from Sunday. I think he's going to play 2 holding plays, Schneiderlin, Gay. And then he's probably going to have Calvert-Lewin one side, Vlasic the other. Maybe, I don't know why, I've just got a feeling he might give Klaassen. Yeah.
I was going to say Klaassen.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe just Sigurdsson's form isn't great for Everton anyway. And then probably Rooney up top again, which I'd like to see something a little bit different. But that's for me. I think that's what he's going to go with.
Cool. Edward, how do you differ there?
Me personally, I think he's either going to go really, really different. So he could basically go with the same lineup, but a bit more experience, a bit more higher up standard than the Sunderland lineup that we had against them in the Cup. That was a really good team. We won comfortably, against Sunderland, but it still worked. Or I reckon he'll probably go... I don't think he's going to risk it with Stecklenburg. I think he's going to go Pickford. I think Holgate, Keane, Jagielka, Baines, it's the same lineup. I think he might actually ditch the 2 defensive midfielders. I think he'll only take 1, maybe Besic. Klaassen in. I'd have Sigurdsson, bit more forward than the other 2, but I'd have him in. I'd have Sandro in, and Calvert-Lewin, and Vlasic. That's the kind of team I'd like to see play. Quality at the back, so experience at the back, which we definitely need. Pickford in goal, so our best goalkeeper by far. 3 centre mids, one of which got to the Europa League final, and the other 2 are good quality. One's a bit, and then the front 3 shown they can work together.
I'm so like not as creative as you guys are going with this. I don't know. I get the vibe that Koeman is starting to get kind of scared. I feel like he's desperately trying to find some sort of stability. So I don't think he's going to make a whole lot of changes from the last game. I think I could see him subbing Holgate out, and I could see Martina going in. I'd love to see Kenny going in, but I think he trusts Martina more than he trusts Kenny right now. We may not.
Because
We
he's
may
played
not
him
completely
before.
agree. Exactly. So I could see that happening. And again, it's a toss-up between Pickford and Steck. At the beginning of the season, I would immediately said Steck for Europa League and for any of the other cups. But because I think he's, again, worried, I think he's going to... I don't think he wants to be out of Europa League yet. So I think he may go with Pickford again. Pickford, Martina, Keane, Jagielka, Baines, Schneiderlin, Gay, Vlasic or Davies, but I think he's going to stick with Vlasic. I mean, it's the same team pretty much. Sigurdsson, Calvert-Lewin, and Rooney. I just don't think... I would love to see him, reach down in and pull out his guts and actually start being, taking a chance. I just don't see it happening. I would love to see Sandro get a run. That'd be cool. I'd love to see Davies get the kid in. We play better when he's in, usually. And I definitely think Gay's going to play just because isn't Lyon like his former team?
No, it's
It's Lille. Lille was his former
Yeah,
team. But the fact that he's from the French league,
Yeah.
he's just familiar with that league. I feel like they'll play him. I would love to see Schneiderlin sit down and Davies take Schneiderlin's place.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'd
That's what I want.
really like to see a 4-4-2. I think the same defence, but I'd like to see Davies, Gay, and then two out-and-out wingers, and then have Rooney and
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. We're screaming out for that, and then just everybody knows what to do. And we got wingers playing out on the wing, not strikers. We got a creative midfield in Davies for me, or at least a box to box. You got Gay, you can kind of anchor them down, because we always seem to be trying to do this, either trying to get this 3 formation behind the one lone striker, and it feels like we're fitting players into that formation. I don't think Koeman realises we don't have to stick to that formation. We can play a different way.
Well, Martinez basically played that exact same formation his entire... It worked for the first season, but soon after everyone got the idea of it, and...
The greatest managers have always learned to adapt, and I think that's what Koeman needs to do.
But he's doing what it's Valencia happening for him again. So, I don't know. I'd like to see some change, but I think this is going to be the end of the road for Europa League. I'm not confident.
With Koeman, like you were saying, most successful manager, I think you look at your personnel. Who do you have? And what gives you the best chance to win a game? That's why so many coaches that don't have really athletic squads, they play primarily defensive, and they park the bus, and they're just literally trying to get a draw or maybe trying to get something on the transition just to catch the other team unawares. That's a common... You examine your squad and you fit your formation and your style around it rather than trying to shoehorn all these players that don't fit what you're trying to do. It doesn't make any sense. He's literally slamming his head into the wall, not realizing that, hey, there's a doorway over there, dude.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to watch. I do think he's tweaking sometimes, but he's not tweaking from the beginning of the game. That's what's annoying. Anyway, predicted results. What are we thinking?
Well, I don't mind going first because I'm not confident. I think as was already said, I think it will be the end of the road for Europa League a little bit after this game. I think Lyon are going to win 2-0. I think kind of in years gone by, at Goodison you always have the crowd on side, and for these kind of bigger kind of European nights, they're up for it. But I think, the fans aren't. If we concede a goal early on, I think we crumble. I think the fans will be on the players' back, and yeah, I can't see any way really that we're gonna win this one.
The way I'm seeing it at the minute, and I'm sure you'll agree, Dave, the atmosphere at the minute, it feels toxic. It feels just really acidic because you've got some people actually wanting us to lose games so that Koeman can get sacked and we can move on. And then some people are just so confused about what's happening. I mean, I'm one of the people confused. I just don't know what we've got to do to get Koeman to realise these things. And I'm a bit on the fence about us wanting us to lose and wanting us to stay in, because I'd love us to stay in, get a road to Europa. I mean, it'd do great for my channel, but then the other side of me thinks, are we going to get that far with Koeman if he doesn't change his ways? So, and then you've got a load of people like wanting to get on his side, but then they've just not got the energy. You know, that I spent about near enough £20 last game upon Limassol. In fact, I was really doubting coming to this one, and that's one of the other things as well. You've got people not wanting their money wasted for these kind of performances, and it feels really toxic. It just feels really horrible at the minute.
It sounds quiet on TV.
Yeah.
It sounds quiet. That's the main way I can describe it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Goodison. Everybody always says, every opponent from the past has said, that's my favorite place to play. That's the hardest place to play. The atmosphere there is insane.
Even like one of the commentators, I know I'm going back to it again, FIFA, but like every time you play a game at Goodison, no, seriously, every time you play a game at Goodison, Alan Smith always says, oh, I remember going to the games, say with Everton v United, and the gantries were shaking. But he's right. It used to happen, but now we're so used to the bad football, the bad results, that it all just feels a bit like, what do we do?
Yeah, I know Arlo White, who's one of the main commentators here in America for NBC Sports, he said Goodison is his favorite gantry. You know, and I guess it's just like everybody else says. You know, it's so intimate and it's so close and it's so tight and you're a part of it and it's just electric, and it's not playing that way on TV at all because the results aren't there and the fans are. You can tell the supporters are not. They're not having it, and it'd be one thing if they saw players bleeding for the shirt. If they saw players doing everything they could, I think they would maybe have a little more patience at that point. But you don't really see that, you know. So that's the thing that I'm saying. I'm really trying to be positive here, and so Edward, what was your predicted result?
Predictive result. I'm doing those two things again with head and heart. With my heart. Shut up. This one's going to be interesting. For heart, if we put out the right lineup, I'm going to say we win 3-1. Because Lyon will probably get a goal, but I reckon we could if we play the right lineup. But with my head, if we go with the same again, and I think we will, we're going to get slaughtered.
So, I think we'll either win or lose or tie. No. It's going to be one of those. Edward, you always cover your bases. Hey, if we play well, I think we're going to win. Honestly, I think we're going to win. I don't know why. I have nothing to back that up other than I think the little bit of good mojo we had at the end of the last game, I think that might propel us to something. I think it takes little moments that can potentially define a season. We did have a little bit of good luck at the end of the last game. We did. It was a little bit, and we had bad luck not to score immediately afterward. We should have won based on the chances at the end of the game. You know, first half was shit, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to say we're going to win. Yeah, I think we're going to win 2-1. Lyon usually plays close games. They don't have a lot of blowouts. They don't get blown out, and they don't blow a lot of people out. So I'm going to say 2-1 win just because it's time. But you guys are probably Gotta be right.
No, I think the good thing about this game is it's all or nothing, isn't it? If we don't win this, then we're pretty much out. So everybody
Yep.
knows that we need to win it, and maybe that'll work in the favour of the team. You know, they know you have to go for it. So you might be right. I hope you're right.
We'll probably be filming on the day after, won't we? So I'm hoping to have a good match day vlog out on that day. If not, I'm going to be very upset on the day.
I'm ready to be optimistic with good reason.
I don't know.
That'd be
I'm
great.
still. I'm actually one of those people where I'm thinking, do I want us to win or do I want us to lose? Because this is one.
Always
For
go
me,
with
it's
the win.
never a question. Like I can't. I'm always every time I'm like, even if it's gonna help usher in change that needs to happen, I still
want us to win.
I'd prolong it as much as possible with ugly wins if I have to. We're all predicting a game to happen, and David's thinking there'll be a loss. Edward's predicting either a loss or a win, and I'm predicting a win. So there we go. All right. If you're liking our videos, you should subscribe because it makes us feel warm inside. Like them. Leave some comments, all that awesome stuff. We like it when you tell us things. All right. Also, please check out Edward's channel. The details are down there in the description. Edward's taught me this nice shortcut down there in the description. Check it out. Lastly, read David's pieces on the Toffee Blues site. They're informative, funny, and they won't take an entire afternoon to read.
And they're not a waste of your time.
So anyway, thanks so much for talking to us, David. Thanks so much for everything.
Thanks.
Really lent a lot to the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Edward, thanks again as always, brother.
No problem.
And so for the audience, if you are listening via podcast, please subscribe to our podcast, rate it, and all that nice stuff, and tell all your friends. Please check out the Toffee Blues on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out the Toffee Blues website where you can read all of David's delicious articles.
Hey.
All right? So yeah, that is it. We're done. Until next time, let's hope for a good result on Thursday.
Adios.
We're out.